I'll go ahead and give an opening statement. Well, we definitely weren't as good as we wanted to be, but man, Stanford was really good. I mean, I think I don't know, we may have had to have been flawless today defensively to shut them down. Even when we had hands in their face with Wiggins and stuff, she was hitting shots. So kudos to them. They really stepped up. Obviously, a lot to be playing for right now. And, you know, I don't think we had a very good game, but I also think they were outstanding. And I recognize that.
Late in the game, you called a timeout, and it looked like you were barking at your players a little bit. Was that kind of a, you know, I need you guys to finish, it's late in the season, you know?
Yeah, we wanted to finish strong. You know, obviously, you know, it was a tough game, and, you know, I could tell that they were just tired, and you know, we didn't have a chance to win, and we've never been in this situation this year. We've not been now, so this is the first time. So, you know, I just wanted to say, hey, you know, don't give in, keep playing hard and finish strong, and, you know, realize that there's, you know, take pride in the way you finish the game.
Charlie, they shot well from the perimeter. Was that a bit of the gamble in terms of, you know, which way you wanted to go defensively?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, to be honest, Michelle, I mean, if we were really working on all cylinders, they wouldn't have been that open. So, you know, it was us a step slow. They ran exactly the zone offense that, I mean, they're basic. They didn't even have to go to their man sets like they did last time, and we just didn't cover it. We weren't sharp. We didn't shift hard, and we just left them open. So, and they made them. So, yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about defending Jane in the post? I mean, she's obviously a real tough player to handle inside.
Definitely, like I said, she's a really great player. She's a really strong player, so every time on the floor I know I'm going to have to basically give it all I have to try and keep her off the block, and we're going at it a little bit in there, and I was, you know, looking to take the charge. I know she goes strong to the basket every single time, so obviously she played a pretty good game, but I did my best.
Diamond, what were they doing defensively? I mean, you guys turned it over a bunch, and were there not a lot of good looks to be had out there?
Well, you know, it was mostly on us, not really squaring up and, you know, making the sharp passes that we know we can make, that our coaches make us practice every day in practice. So it was, you know, it was pretty much on us.
You hit your head there in the first half, is that what happened?
Yeah.
You're all right there.
I'm good.
Can I'd like to ask a follow-up to Michelle's question to you, Diamond. So, at the end of the first half, when you guys had, well, before the end of the first half, you had come back from 13-5, and it looked like it was just, who knew what was going to happen at that point. Then, even though their offense wasn't really clicking, their defense really looked great at that point. But are you saying that it wasn't, that you were making them look great more than they were playing great defense?
Exactly. I mean, you know, they played saggy defense, of course, but at the same time, you know, our coaches just emphasize us to just, you know, play our games, don't give into the defense. And, you know, pretty much tonight, that's what we did a little bit in the game. And, you know, we just have to go back and practice this week and, you know, work really hard on that. And also rebounding, having everybody rebound and just playing team defense.
Turnovers had to be
We got a little tired, you know, so we stopped working hard, and I think that was a big problem. But Stanford has done a great job all year defensively on every team. And, you know, and that's the thing, if you don't work hard against their defense, you are not going to earn a great shot. And that's what Diamond's trying to say. I mean, we needed to move the ball, set better screens, and work through it when we got tired, and we didn't do a good job of that. And you have to do, you know, some teams you can come down and get a great look right away, but you can't against Stanford.
Charlie, a game like this, presuming that you'll have a chance to see some postseason action, late, you know, in February, playing a game like this, you know, is there something good about that, despite losing the way you did?
Well, you might want to ask them that, you know.
Okay, anybody wants to answer? It's for anybody.
I think so. I think it's a positive thing to play. I mean, obviously, no one wants to lose like we did, and I don't think that it's a positive thing to lose like that. But I do think it's a positive thing to play against a team like Stanford, who's playing very well right now. And I think that, you know, we can learn from them and look at what they did to us, and hopefully come back and, you know, practice and learn from this loss and get better.
Charlie, did Tara check with you about putting the senior ceremony after the game?
Yeah, they told us about that.
And was that, it was, I think there's probably, emotion, it's an important game, and was that something you
Yeah, I
wanted
mean,
to?
that's just the home team's call, and the visiting team just does whatever they want. I mean, I think we don't care one way or the other. I mean, it's kind of nice when they put it at the end, because then you just kind of do business as usual on the front end. I think it was smart on their part, because I think, from all my experiences, seniors can get emotional, and especially when they're starters and, key players that, you can get off, it can kind of, just defocus them a little bit. So, made sense to me.
Charlie, after playing Cal and Stanford now back to back, where do you see? How do you compare them going into their matchup next week?
Well, I think they're very deserving of their rankings. I know that every time we missed a box out, we didn't do something, I mean, those teams make you pay. When they need a bucket, when you're trying to make a push at them and they have to have, I mean, they step up and they hit the shot. So, and they know how to push through, fatigue and work through things. So, it's going to be a great game. I'm not going to make a prediction. We're not done with those teams, hopefully. So, we're looking to play one again. I'm not giving any locker room fodder. I think it's going to be a great game. I mean, obviously, if Stanford shoots like this, I don't know anybody that can beat them. Because you do have to pick your poison, like Michelle said. They got such an amazing inside game. I mean, with Peterson and Appel especially. So, they're kind of equal in depth. Neither of them have a lot of great depth. So it's going to probably be a half-court game and a great battle. And I just think both teams are great top 10 programs and are hopefully going to stay healthy and represent us as well as ourselves. We will be in the NCAA tournament. And hopefully at least one or two more Pac-10 teams represent us well in the postseason.
Coming to the Bay Area has never been easy, but now when you have Cal, it's the top 10 team, and Stanford, how tough is this road trip?
Oh, it's the toughest one, for sure. That in my 12 years, I don't think there's been a tough one. There hasn't, actually. I've been asked that question, and I had to think about it. And I thought about it, and there definitely hasn't been. Two top 10 teams on the road. So it's probably nobody's favorite road trip. Like Sybil said, I mean, it's a great comment. I mean, this is, we got exposed today. I mean, and it's good. I mean, these kids are committed. They're great players, and they're going to go back and refocus themselves and make some adjustments. And it should hopefully give us some great motivation down the stretch.
You want to have one more question?
Coach, your thoughts and comments about Candace Wiggins?
Yes, I just know that I am giving her the best graduation present of anybody. It's going to come from me because I'm so happy she's graduating. She's just a tremendous player, and hope she gets the opportunity this summer. I know that they're looking at her to bump her up for the Olympics. She's certainly one of the all-time greats, not just in the Pac-10, but to ever play college basketball. And I had a wonderful opportunity to coach her this summer, and that was fun. I mean, we recruited her, but I didn't really get to know her that much in that process. But I did this summer, and she's just a very special person. Just really humble, hardworking, just never about her. And, it's funny because having coached against her so many years, and this other coach who was the head coach of the team, were early, just starting the tournament, and she had a few turnovers, and she was struggling a little bit. I'm like, no, that's your kid, that's your kid. And she single-handedly took over the one game that was a close game for us in the World Championship. So she's very special. And I think you guys all know that.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.